From the Cronkite studios in downtown Phoenix, this is Cronkite News.
Senator John McCain has been diagnosed with brain cancer. What the senator has said since the announcement and the lasting impact he's made in office so far.
It's an impact that reaches beyond politics, how Arizona sports teams are showing their support for the senator.
Plus, a fight with cancer isn't the only battle McCain has waged. How veterans are reacting to the news of McCain's health.
Cronkite News starts now.
Good evening and welcome to Cronkite News on Arizona PBS. I'm Annika Walters.
And I'm Tyler Paley. Thanks for joining us. We begin tonight with coverage of Senator John McCain's cancer diagnosis. Pathologists found a brain tumor after removing a 5-centimeter blood clot above his left eye. Doctors have ordered a week of rest for the 80-year-old senator. A statement issued by McCain's office says he's, quote, in good spirits, recovering comfortably at home with his family. But McCain tweeted this morning, eager to return to Washington, saying, quote, I greatly appreciate the outpouring of support. Unfortunately for my sparring partners in Congress, I'll be back soon, so stand by.
But McCain does have a battle ahead of him. Madison Connor learned more about the diagnosis and the reaction from Washington.
After announcing the senator's diagnosis yesterday, the McCain family is considering treatment options. According to the National Cancer Society, the 5-year survival rate for patients over the age of 55 is about 4%. But research is being done here in the Valley at TGen. The deputy director of TGen told the USA Today Senator McCain is fighting a very serious, aggressive cancer. Michael Behrens has studied glioblastoma for 30 years and says it grows tentacle-like projections in the brain. TGen is working to figure out how the cancer cells grow and how to target them. Patients are often treated with chemotherapy and radiation.
There are people who have been longer-term survivors. About 10% of people survive 5 years or more. It's very tough to put numbers on this sort of thing.
This isn't McCain's first run-in with cancer. He's had malignant melanomas removed 4 times since 1993. The senator holds the respect of many, so the news came as a shock.
His cancer diagnosis sent a shockwave through the Senate last night. He's one of my dear friends. He's a dear friend to many in this body. And from the bottom of my heart, I wish him and his family well. So does every member of this chamber.
Friends and colleagues of the senator believe this war hero has never been one to give up.
Senator McCain, as we all know, has never shied away from a fight. And I assure you, he isn't going to back down now. I know the senator from Arizona will confront this challenge with the same extraordinary courage that has characterized his entire life.
Over the years, one of the things I always remember him saying to all of us under any circumstances was, keep on fighting. And I know that's what he will do, to keep on fighting.
Despite the diagnosis, McCain is staying strong and encouraging others to do so as well.
He has called me 3 times this morning. No more woe is me, Lindsay. He is yelling at me to buck up. So I'm gonna buck up.
Doctors say Senator McCain will need follow-up treatment, but for now, he's recovering at his home in Arizona. Madison Connor, Cronkite News.
McCain has long supported brain cancer research. Back in 2014, the TGen John S. McCain Leadership Award went to Catherine Ivey of the Ivey Foundation. The award is given to those who've made significant contributions to fighting the disease. It was started after Ivey's husband was diagnosed with glioblastoma. McCain spoke about her and her funding for research when the award was given.
Catherine Ivey has been an incredible person. Their foundation has done outstanding work, and of course, with particular emphasis on brain cancer. The effort that she has made and her foundation with Dr. Trent and TGen has been quite remarkable.
Cronkite News reporter Danielle Lincecum stopped by McCain's office here in the Valley, where she found local residents leaving gifts and showing support for their senator.
I'm outside Senator John McCain's Phoenix office, where the outpouring of support can be seen from the bouquets dropped off by well-wishers.
John McCain represents all of Arizona, and that's why we have loved him over the years. I think that we always feel safe knowing that he's representing the community. I don't know him personally, but his office is across the hall. I just want to go send him a card. We all wish you well, and everybody is pulling for your recovery.
Big supporters of John McCain and very concerned for his health, so we wanted to come and just wish him well and hope he recovers quickly.
In Phoenix, Danielle Lincecum, Cronkite News.
McCain's military service has made an impact on veterans across the country. Today, reporter Sarah Haddis went to the VA Medical Center in Phoenix to get a reaction from local veterans.
Outside the VA Medical Center, news about Senator John McCain's brain cancer has made an impact on veterans.
Regardless of what side you're on, it's still tragic.
I think for anybody, him, John McCain included, you're not alone. It's definitely someone who served his country, and I got nothing but good wishes for the guy.
Though it is a tough subject,
he's a fighter and he will go down swinging.
People set aside their politics and support the fight against cancer.
You can do nothing but give him deference and wish him a speedy recovery.
When I was down, he picked me up, and now he's down, and I want to pick him up and embrace him in my arms and hold him tight.
In Phoenix, Sarah Haddis, Cronkite News.
McCain has been a prominent figure on the Arizona sports scene, and local teams have been voicing their support. Cronkite News reporter Greg McAfee is in the broadcast center with those messages.
From the court to the diamond to the gridiron, the leaders of our local sports teams are voicing their support.
He's one of those individuals, again, doesn't matter what side of the aisle you're on. When we put him up in the Jumbotron, he's just one of those rare individuals that would constantly get the rousing applause, which he so greatly deserves. So we're looking forward to having him for a long time, coming to Suns games and Mercury games and anything else he wants to come here for. We always love having him in the building.
Diamondbacks owner Ken Kendrick sent Cronkite News a statement on McCain saying, quote, "John is a true American patriot and a proven fighter. I have every confidence that he will prevail in this battle that he faces. We've been longtime friends in both baseball and politics, and he has always been a strong Diamondback supporter. I look forward to spending many more days with him at the ballpark," end quote. Cardinals president Michael Bidwill voiced his support as well, saying, quote, "There's not a person who has embodied toughness and courage throughout his life like John McCain, and there is no doubt he will bring that to this fight as well. All of us at the Cardinals send our prayers and very best wishes to Senator McCain and his family," end quote. Cardinals star wide receiver Larry Fitzgerald also tweeted, "They don't come any tougher, and no one is better equipped for a fight like this than you." In the broadcast center, Greg McAfee, Cronkite News.
McCain's legacy reaches beyond sports and Capitol Hill. He received a surge of support since the announcement of his diagnosis. Even his former political rival, Barack Obama, expressed best wishes on Twitter, calling McCain an American hero. Phoenix Mayor Greg Stanton says McCain is, quote, "an ingrained part of Arizona's identity after representing the state for 30 years. And the Phoenix police praised the senator as a, quote, "man who has truly dedicated his life to public service." McCain has made a lasting impact on our state and country since he first took office in 1987. We here at Cronkite News wish the best for the senator and his family.
And a new work of art is coming to the streets of downtown Phoenix.
That's right. Coming up on Cronkite News, we show you how this mural brings more than bright colors to the community.
I think I finally found my now. About now.
Sicily from 36. And he hooks it in. Arizona State wins. Keeping one deep, and it is caught. Jalen Strong. Do you believe it?
I was at the post office mailing something. I asked the clerk, how do they let you know if your son is wounded? It was very hard for me to form those words, but I just felt, I've got to know. I just felt so suspended in space and anxiety. And the man said, now, don't worry. They'll tell you.
Murals are a common sight in downtown Phoenix, but this new mural popping up has a deeper message. Blakely McHugh shows us the connection it has to a local charity.
In the Arts District of downtown Phoenix, a new mural is appearing. Located behind Circle K on Roosevelt and 7th Street, the mural is hidden in location, but clear in its message. The mural's theme is Life Without Limits, how members at the United Cerebral Palsy of Central Arizona are able to live life to the fullest, even with disabilities.
So this mural represents that journey of taking them through the challenges that go with the diagnosis that they have, and helping them to be independent.
Some of the characters in the mural represent actual members going through therapy at UCP. Pieracini says it's more than just a painting, it's symbolic.
Butterfly wings symbolize that. We see them come with the challenges and all the issues that go with a disability, and we see them change and blossom just like that little girl.
The mural not only represents kids who have benefited from UCP, but it also represents the 30-year partnership between Circle K and UCP.
It's profound. Actually, Circle K's help is profound.
Circle K raises money for UCP through in-store canister collections. They also host various events to raise money for the center. Circle K says it raises over $5 million each year for UCP of Central Arizona, UCP Southern Arizona, and Opportunity Village in Las Vegas.
I am the director of the program, and I know that we wouldn't be able to hold to our standard of excellence in serving individuals if we didn't have the funds that came through.
The masterminds behind the mural, Ramon Reyes and Jose Andre Giron, say this mural is unlike any other in downtown Phoenix.
Well, this one has a specific message, and that is to give kids and adults with disabilities a voice in our community.
The artists hope to have the painting finished by the end of August. In Phoenix, Blakely McHugh, Cronkite News.
Now, this mural is one of 4 that will be put up. The others will be located on the left and right sides of the mural, along with the United Cerebral Palsy downtown building.
If you're looking to escape the monsoon weather, you better double check the forecast in your destination.
That's right. Coming up on Cronkite News, how stormy waters can make a trip to the lake, well, not so pleasant.
Storms are heading our way, but will it hit you? Stay tuned to find out.
Heaven knows you're a dreamer. Don't hide it from anyone. Don't hide it from anyone. Hey, would you believe me if I said we are here for a reason now? This is our life. This is what counts. This is for us. I will go
combat is like crack cocaine. It's an enormous high, but it has enormous costs. And I think that we make a big mistake if we say, oh, all war is hell. We all know the war is hell story. It is, but there's an enormously exhilarating part of it.
Creek flooding from a monsoon storm forced evacuations of trailer parks in Mayer yesterday. Authorities say 2 people were rescued during the flood and no injuries were reported. Mud surrounded mobile homes and water knocked down fences and moved out buildings. The American Red Cross says about 20 people are registered at a shelter in Mayer High School.
There's still a chance of storms in the valley this afternoon.
That's right, and that's why Madison Connor is here. She's in the Weather Center with your full 7-day forecast.
Well, we only have a 10% chance of storms tonight, so we'll have to see what it brings. But as for right now, we have a high today of 102. That humidity level is still pretty high at 31%. Now, right now across the state, we have 62 in Flagstaff, 68 in Show Low, 104 down in Yuma, and a toasty 106 in Lake Havasu. Now, looking a little closer to home, you can see we have 102 in Goodyear, 101 in Levine, 95 out in Mesa, and then 96 over in Apache Junction. Now, as you can see, that storm that's supposed to hit tonight is it's spread across all of Arizona, but it's mostly hitting up in northern. So I don't know if it's going to hit us for sure. Now, as for our 7-day forecast, you can see we have those low 100s the rest of this week, but on Monday we jump up to 106. I'm Madison Connor, Cronkite Weather.
We're getting our first look tonight at rescue footage from last week's monsoon storms. Maricopa County Sheriff's Office deputies' body cameras were rolling as they rescued multiple people. Cronkite News reporter Tyler Finger spoke with one of them today, and he reports tonight from Lake Pleasant.
On a clear day like today, officers are on the water offering help to anyone who needs it. But last weekend, when the monsoon storms rolled through and people were reported in the water, it was an all-out effort to find people and save them.
For several heart-pounding minutes, MCSO deputies searched the water.
It's a scramble. I mean, you have to check everywhere.
Deputy Sheriff Jacob Bowes was looking for anybody who needed help during the height of last weekend's storms.
If we were a minute late, she probably wouldn't have made it.
As 8-foot waves crashed against their boats, they pulled multiple people to safety.
We ended up rescuing both of them off the boat. One individual who did not have any flotation devices at all, ended up going to hospital.
For the deputies on the water, the waves this storm produced were some of the worst they've ever seen. The Arizona Game and Fish Department says you need to pay extra attention during the monsoon when on the water.
All of it comes down to just being prepared in advance, making sure you've got your basic safety gear, that you've got emergency preparedness stuff, you've got life jackets for everybody, you've got extra water on board.
While deputies were happy to help during the last storm, they say for some it was an extremely close call. They hope people heed their warning.
Either get off the water before it hits with plenty of time, or stay in a cove at the lake. There's lots of coves over here where you can find shelter.
This tree definitely not supposed to be here, and that dock definitely not supposed to be over there. They say that it just proves how powerful this storm was last weekend and the need to be safe on the water. At Lake Pleasant tonight, Tyler Finger, Cronkite News.
It started off as a House Natural Resources Subcommittee hearing to discuss new innovations for the mining industry. But as Cronkite News reporter Noelle Lilly tells us, it turned into a tense exchange between Arizona Representative Paul Gosar and one environmentalist.
Once again, I think what we have to do is we have to learn instead of being ignorant and putting out false facts. I think we need to start walking and making sure that we have our facts right so that we're not scaring people egregiously.
Arizona Representative Paul Gosar defended the mining industry this morning during a House subcommittee hearing on energy and mineral resources. Gosar's firm statements came after the policy director for Earthworks testified at the hearing and said that the mining industry is harmful to the environment.
These factors combine to prioritize hard rock mining industry profits over communities, water resources, and taxpayers.
Pagel was at the hearing to critique the 1872 mining law and push for reform.
Meaningful reform of the outdated 1872 mining law is the innovative solution we need.
But Gosar said that Pagel shouldn't speak on the industry when she is not a part of it.
Have you been in the mine?
No, I have not been in the mine.
Well, when we make these assertions about how ineffective and inefficient mining is, I think you need to walk a mile in our moccasins out in Arizona and in Minnesota.
Gosar has long been a supporter of the mining industry in Arizona and agrees that the mining industry needs change in order to progress and succeed in the future.
Hard rock mining on federal land in the United States has a storied past, a challenging present, and a multitude of needs for reform.
But California Representative Alan Lowenthal added that the laws of the past are not equipped to address the mining industry of today.
It's long overdue, and as I say in conclusion, the West has been settled. It's time to move forward.
In Washington, Noelle Lilly, Cronkite News.
No bills were discussed at today's hearing, but the committee members say that they are hopeful to find ways to advance the mining industry.
So even though school's out, some players still have to get their heads in the game.
Coming up on Cronkite News, we tell you what's in store for the ASU football team as summer practice wraps up.
Fascinating. You know, sometimes I wish I wasn't so beloved.
Can't you see? Little girl got a hold on me like wow. Baby, I'm howling for you.
It's literally one for the history books.
Enjoy.
What are you doing?
Possibilities. Your day is filled with them.
Reach up, energy in the fingertips, collapse. TV, play Downton Abbey.
And PBS helps everyone discover theirs. Anytime, anywhere.
Up in the sky, you can see it.
PBS, we're with you for life.
The war by 1966 began to impact the middle class because the draft calls had to be enlarged. They couldn't get enough people to volunteer or draft people out of the working class. They started drafting people out of college. And that's when the anti-war movement shifted from a moral movement to a self-interest movement.
I don't think a military mom at the time would want to announce, my son has gone AWOL, my son has run to Canada, my son is all the words that were associated with it, a deserter, a coward, all of the things that these guys were called. I don't think that's what those guys thought they were doing. I do not think they thought they were deserting. I do not think they thought they were cowards. In fact, I think they thought they were very brave.
After back-to-back losing seasons, ASU's football team is looking to improve its play on the field. And as Alexis Ramanjulu explains, the Sun Devils are hoping a new weight room is a key step in the right direction.
We did it every day of the summer. Yep. You can look at everybody's eyes and know you put it 100% in the bank every single day. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Check the box, baby. Summer's behind us. The best one we've ever had.
Amen.
What's next? Fall camp, baby.
Let's go.
Let's go. Let's go.
And just like that, summer camp is over for Arizona State football. The exclamation point of the summer, the new student-athlete facilities at the north end of Sun Devil Stadium.
To be successful, you want to have successful things around you. One thing that we talked about is every single day we walk into that facility, it's not that it's just given to us. We got to go in there every day and we got to earn it. We got to earn the right to be in that facility. We got to earn the right to go onto Sun Devil Stadium on the field. So we just got to put our head down, go to work.
One of the central features of the student athlete facility is the new weight room. It is 12,000 square feet, including a second-story cardio deck that overlooks the rest of the room.
If you can't wake up and go into that building and have a good attitude and be ready to work every day, then you shouldn't be playing football.
The new student athlete facility is part of a multi-year Sun Devil Stadium renovation project that includes new locker rooms, a new video board, and improved seating. In Tempe, Alexis Ramanjulu, Cronkite News.
ASU begins preseason practice this next Tuesday, and the team's first game is August 31st at home against New Mexico State.
Cronkite News is proud to be the news division of Arizona PBS. Here's what's coming up on Arizona Horizon and PBS NewsHour.
On the next Arizona Horizon, we will have the latest on Senator John McCain's cancer diagnosis, and we'll check out a new report on tech sector job growth in the valley. That's the next Arizona Horizon.
I'm Judy Woodruff on the next NewsHour. Man versus machine, making sense of the fears around artificial intelligence. That's Thursday on the PBS NewsHour.
That's it for Cronkite News tonight. Thank you for joining us.
So for top Arizona stories anytime, go to cronkitenews.azpbs.org.